We are not perfect, we are not clean cut, we are just trying to be ourselves. That's a quote from Louis Tomlinson, who's been probably my biggest inspiration since 2010. Born and raised in Doncaster, England, Louis Tomlinson is a hard-working British singer who was in the band formerly known as One Direction. Now, Louis teaches his fans about strength, personal growth, and the importance of friendships in our lives. Louis can teach his fans a lot about strength because he has so much of it. He's been through so many things just in the last couple years. Not only was he overworked in his band One Direction, with them going on constant tours and writing constant albums, but in 2015, one of the members did leave the band, and the next year, the band decided to go on a hiatus, which ultimately turned into them splitting and beginning their solo careers. Shortly after the hiatus began, Louis' mother passed away, and shortly after his mother passed away, his sister did as well. During this time, he was writing his first solo album, but he took time for himself to let himself get stronger, and it pushed the album back about 3 years. One of his songs on his first album is called Two of Us, and it talks about finding the strength in yourself to go on for a person that you've lost. And I personally found a lot of strength in that song because in 2017 I lost my stepfather, and it was really hard, and I looked to music for a long time to get away from that, to just forget about it for a moment. And when the song was released in 2019, it spoke volumes to me, and it showed me that I wasn't alone, and it gave me a song that I could find peace and comfort in. So he teaches his fans to stay strong and to just move on no matter what hardships life are throwing at you, because it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to the finish line. It only matters that you get there and that you grow along the way. So in his band, Louis was most often overlooked. While he wrote the most songs, he had this unique voice and this funky attitude, and most times it got him overlooked. Everyone tended to pay more attention to other members in the band, and no one really paid him the recognition and the respect that he deserved as a member of the band. It was really, he was treated as a part instead of a whole because they were one band. But in One Direction, quantity was number one. Over the 5 years that they were together, they produced 5 albums, and they were worked to death almost. But in Louis' solo career, he puts his fans first. He puts quality of his albums underneath that, and he puts quantity last, because he knows that his fans are everything, and he knows that the quality is more important than the quantity. While he was overlooked in the band, he takes pride in the friendships that he made, not only with his other band members, but his lifelong fans. He teaches us that friendship is important because he treats us like friends instead of fans. He interacts with his fans daily. He always stops and takes pictures with them, and he even put together a free festival for his fans to attend in London. It was the first concert that a lot of people had been to after the pandemic, and he wanted to give his fans a way to get back out into the music scene before his tour that will start next year. He also still talks and keeps up with his old band members, which shows us that we should always keep the friends and the people that we love nearby. Even if we grow and split onto different paths, it's still important to keep the friendships that mean most to us. I grew attached to Louis in 2010 when I saw him on the X Factor, where the 5 members of One Direction all auditioned to become solo artists. I was 8 years old at the time, and I never expected to be almost 20 years old and still looking up to Louis. But he's taught me so many wonderful things, and he's taught me to stay strong, to grow and be the best person that I can be, and to never forget my friends and the people that care about me. Another quote that he once said was, "If there's a tiny, tiny chance, isn't that worth going for it?" And that means a lot to me, because if he would have never went for the chance of auditioning for X Factor, he never would have joined the band, and he never would have made me into the person that I am today. Thank you.